Alrighty, y'all. Pit Bike Mike. Today we have another tandem video, but this is my route, so that's a little bit better. So I got my buddy on his Ducati back there, Nick again, and also have my girlfriend, the backpack, with me today. So technically I am a group of 3. 2 bikes, 3 people. Alright, let's do this. So I dropped that EV video the other day. Unfortunately, I had a technical glitch because I actually had a second bike that I test rode that day. It was the Zero SR/F. That was cool. That was a lot like this. You know, actually in some ways it was more hunched over, and you know, my legs were actually a lot more tucked up, like more of almost like a sport bike feel, which was kind of cool. So unfortunately, I'm not sure what happened, but my mic or my GoPro didn't recognize that my mic was connected for the second ride, and well, yeah, it did not. All it caught was wind noise the entire time from the front of my helmet. So quite unfortunate, but you know, it is how it is. You know, you win some, you lose some, but still very cool. Problem is, super expensive to get a bike that has usable range, especially for the type of riding I do. You know, where I'm doing like 60, 70, 80 plus miles of hard riding, not like, you know, to where pretty much I would blow through the battery of like that FXE like way before like I would even be worn out of like my normal riding, which is most unfortunate, but you know, it is life. So, you know, going to that dealership yesterday, which they also had like Indian, that I looked at a couple of like the Indian Scouts, the bobbers, and all that other stuff that they got. You know, it was cool. It was cool, but after this route today, I am actually going to another dealership to look. Yes, I don't need it, but I'm going to look just because what else am I going to do on a nice Sunday like this after a ride? So we are going to go to Old Glory Harley Davidson, and I am going to look at a 2022 Street Bob 114, 114, something like that. It's a Milwaukee 8 motor. It's gorgeous blue. I just have to take a look at it just because I don't know, it'll be interesting. So I don't know if it's really, you know, I don't know if it's really going to be my style of bike, but at least I am going to take a look at it and, you know, see what I see. See if maybe I might like it or something. But yeah, so let me start putting some miles in, and once I actually get to the beginning of my my route that I've been working on for a couple, you know, a little bit here and there, we will reconvene, I think, unless for some crazy reason something pops up into my head as I'm getting to the route, which that's possible. There's always a chance for that to happen. But oh, so for my buddy on his Ducati, if you look in some of my comments, Demetrius, he's Nick, he's my buddy, that rides. He, unfortunately, on his last video, that when we did the first Solo Rider No More, bicyclist, his mic also glitched, and he actually got no sound at all. So like literally he just had a video of just us riding around just in complete silence, which was even more unusable than, you know, me with my just wind noise. So yeah, you know, just wanted to give you all that little tidbit of information just in case. So yeah, let me continue on to get to my route, and we will see what we see. Well, I'll definitely say, can't really do too much like quick accelerations. Like, I can do a little bit, but not too much, because definitely with a passenger in the back, believe it or not, it puts a lot of weight on the rear, which helps bring the front end up, which isn't always a good thing, to say the least. You know, it definitely can be a little intimidating if you gotta chop the throttle real quick. Ask me how I know. You know, sometimes I don't notice if I pick that up, like when I burp, cough, whatever, into the mic. Sometimes I hear it, sometimes I don't, but, you always got to be polite, just in case, because, it is into all ears, There's a lot of people out here today. A lot of people out riding motorcycles. I've probably seen at least 20 bikes so far today. But there's also a lot of civilian traffic, which the most unfortunate thing is it kind of slows us down a little bit. Like, yeah, it's not always about being fast and burning tires, but sometimes it is fun to where if you don't have to worry about the car in front of you and like for some reason realizing, oh hey, look, I have to turn into this driveway at the last moment. Nah. But hey, so far, not to jinx it, but these yellow lines today, they seem to mean something today. So hopefully we keep up with that, which I'm really hoping for. That'd be pretty cool, honestly. But the day is still young. We will find out. Oh, but going on about the whole Harley thing, it'd be kind of interesting if I could test ride one of those today too. That'd be, I wouldn't be opposed to that if that was somehow able to happen. I would really like that. My backpack was leaning a weird way, and it was taking my bike with it. My backpack was leaning on me. One thing I kind of wish I had, like, it's a small thing, and it, you would think that they would make it kind of like standard on bikes, is a self-canceling, turn signal. I know it's a small thing, and it's a weird thing to nitpick, but I definitely feel like that should be something that's more common. And also, speaking about stuff that, you would think might be a little bit more common, since I was looking at Harleys and stuff, is actually having a key fob in your pocket to where you don't need to actually have the physical key to put into the ignition. Like, yeah, is this probably safer? Maybe? I don't know. It probably is. It might not be. I don't know all the ins and outs about it. But either way, in terms of convenience, that'd be nice. Where if like this was just like, if as long as you had the key in your pocket, you could just turn the little dial or something, and then start her up and be good, that'd be great. I don't know, because push buttons becoming so prevalent on new cars now that, you know, and I think Harley's had it for, I don't know, 10 years. That might be an exaggeration, I'm not sure, but they've had it for a while. And yeah, I don't know, you'd think that that's something that eventually would get, you know, introduced. So where was I going? Oh yeah, the button thing, or the key fob. Even the Zero motorcycle, which I would have thought would have had that, actually still had a physical key. I'm not sure what's all in the reasoning behind that, to why they still stick with physical keys, but I don't know, that is something I would like to start seeing, you know, maybe hit the masses of like major bike manufacturers eventually, you know, like okay, like maybe not the cheap Honda Groms, but like you know, like obviously this 890 Duke, you would think it'd be in a high enough price point to where it would make sense to actually kind of add that extra little feature in. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being greedy. I don't really know. Probably is, honestly. I'm just a greedy person. I'm always wanting more. It's life. Just the musings of a madman. Isn't that a book? Or a movie or a TV show? Or am I just... Or just kind of thinking of something random that might be close to that? Don't know. Can't really recall off the top of my head. But... it be how it be. It be how it be. A lot of bicyclists out here today. You know, it's terrible. Us motorcycles, we have to follow the law. We gotta stay inside the lane. We gotta do this, that, and the other. But bicyclists, they don't have to be tagged, insured, nothing. They can just willy-nilly blow through red lights and do pretty much whatever else they want, and nobody ever seems to bat an eye against it. It's tragic. It's terrible. Like, this, I know it sounds kind of crazy, but if I were to be a police officer, you best believe, you bicyclists, I would be out for you all. Like, anytime I see you all run a stop sign, a red light, anything, y'all be getting tickets, I swear. You all are so lucky that I'm not running this show. Hey, that's my rant for the day. Welcome to my TED Talk. So, you know, which I'm going to end up telling to my friend, but the route that I've been doing isn't exactly the route that I was planning on taking originally. I just realized once I got to a certain point of the route, I was like, oh, if I just keep on going this way, I can just easily get to Old Glory, and I'll have to do a sidetrack, and then from there, that'd be like our halfway point, and then we go back and continue on my route and just kind of continue on around, which it just makes sense. Ramblings, I know, I'm crazy, I'm insane, I am sorry. One day I'll do better, I'll be better, I'll see better, I'll sing better, I'll ride better. It's tragic. It's tragic. The crazy things that I think of and ramble on about. My poor backpack. Good thing she has a good grip around my belt, you know. I would hate to, you know, lose my backpack as I'm going through an intersection. That'd be terrible. I would actually feel extremely bad if that happened. Alrighty. Well, so this is going to be a kind of conclusion to, my riding with my group, me and my buddy and my girlfriend. Yes, this is after the fact. Typical thing for me. GoPro died. I didn't really plan out my adventure well enough for me to have like the battery life that I would have needed to have truly been able to keep the adventure going. So, we did a little bit of a ride, probably like 30-40 minutes of riding, and then we went to the Harley dealership, which, in some ways I feel bad for dragging my friend to, because we were there for like 2 hours. I originally just went there just to look at the thing. Then they offered, or like, hey, do a test ride. Like, it's fine, just test ride. I'm like, okay, whatever. I test rode. It was cool. Definitely, I don't think it's my thing. Like, it was cool to have like that really down low grunt torque, but it just wasn't my thing. But I gotta admit, compared to other like motorcycle dealers, they were very, like, I hate to say it like this, but they were very car salesmen. They were very pushy, very, yeah. Like, normally when you go to like other dealers, you look at the bike, you sit on it. Like, obviously, like most of the places don't let you test drive, but like even the Zero dealer, they gave me numbers and they're like, yeah, take your time, do what you got to do. Like, they were just super cool. But yeah, these Harley ones, they were trying to make me walk out with that thing, and whew, it was expensive. Even though it was a used unit, they wanted $20,000 for it, which, like, let's be honest, if I'm dropping 20 G's for a bike, I definitely want a lot more technology than I would have gotten with that. And let's be honest, like, there wasn't a whole lot of technology, like, or anything in that regard. Not a whole lot of technology. You don't even get like an actual display like this for 20K. Like, you're getting like the, like, how's the way to put it? Like, it's literally a like almost like a 4.5 by like an 1.5 inch maybe screen, like that. You can't, like, you really have to like squint at to try to make sure you're seeing what you see. And you don't get cruise control standard. Like, I don't even think it had ABS. I don't even know what it had on it besides a big old motor. That's about it. Like, for $20,000, it's like, let's be honest, I could go out and get a BMW motorcycle and have heated grips, heated seats, heated everything, like, a display that probably turns into a GPS. Like, when you're asking to pay that amount for what little you get, it's hard. So yeah, unfortunately, probably not gonna be, well, I know it's not gonna be my next bike, or in the near future. It was comfortable, but it doesn't want to. It's a cruiser. It doesn't want to do fun things. But yeah. So you know, we left there and started coming back, and you know, got home, took a nap, because man, it's been a long day, and I might pay for it a little bit later, because being 7 o'clock right now, you know, me taking a nap so late in the day. Luckily it wasn't a long one, but still, it's probably enough of one that it's probably just completely ruined me, and I'm gonna have hell tomorrow. But you know what? That's life. That's we gotta do what we gotta do. Yeah, don't creamy. So all in all, that's where I'm at right now in life. Unfortunately for a test ride, I don't think I've really got any others that I can do in the area, because I've kind of done the only 2 dealerships that I think I know that allow test rides. So it is that's about it. And unfortunately, I hate to say it, but I am highly doubtful I'm ever going to step back foot in that dealership, the Harley place. They were super friendly, don't get me wrong, they were super friendly, but as of right now, there is nothing that like Harley offers to me that I would take. I don't know, like, yes, I went there because like the one I looked at was pretty. Like, they didn't, like, if they would have said what the price was online, I hate to say it like this, but I probably wouldn't have gone there anyway. So I guess that's the whole point of, like, you know, not putting prices on anything online, to try to make you get in through the door, and then they try to make you fall in love with it, and then they try to penetrate you. It's the most unfortunate of things, but it be how it be. Well, I'm not gonna make this a super long video. I just wanted to have this as kind of like a little end off of like my riding with my buddy and stuff, and to kind of just like kind of give like a little bit of closure to the end of my test ride video that I'll post of the Street Bob. So man, this thing does sound pretty rowdy. Like, maybe it's because I don't have my earplugs in, but it sounds pretty rowdy right now. Huh. Maybe this O2 Delete was actually worth it. And all the hassle of trying to track it, you know, all across the United States from the post office, because, you know, they couldn't seem to get things right. It's life. It is life. I digress. Alrighty, guys, well, you know, hope you all like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and definitely, you know, I'll catch y'all on the next one with some more interesting content that I hope to produce. Alright, I'm out.